At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will have the first possession of the game. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every Michigan-Minnesota game. And you're right, Michigan has had it for the majority of the time. Minnesota knows that. They got to do something about that today.
Yeah, Minnesota plays in a lot of trophy games, don't they? But this is one they would love to put in the trophy case a lot more consistently. To do that, they have got to match the intensity of Michigan in this game, and they have got to be more physical than what they've shown in recent years.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success. They're thinking about national championships. We've seen them in the college football playoff here in recent years. This is a rivalry game against Minnesota that they're expected to dominate, and last year, David, they did that.
Michigan, year after year, one of the winningest programs in all of college football. We expect them to be great. Always a tremendous challenge for Minnesota to try to get that little brown jug.
Trying to pick up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out.
And they got him for the sack.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
Caught behind the line. It's Massey. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In the lore of the Little Brown Jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Power football with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft...
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply. Hence, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front, as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need... Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Michigan. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong.
Second down.
Their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the with his pass.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once...
Touchdown.
And it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll go to the ground.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
The throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They go to the draw.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Just drives it between the uprights. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, and none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. The running back has it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. It's complete. They make this work up top and pick up a 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, and this one's over.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Minnesota 10.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. Running with power.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south. Wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
See, they need more runs like that. Just it's been so few and far. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on. The throw. Forced out of the pocket. Got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the punishment has been extended. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented in Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to catch Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10.
And he breaks into the open. The 40, at the 30, he's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He makes the connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it to the back. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He caught it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late, and you want to run the football, you want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. And the pummeling has started. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this has been one of those days you don't want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to pass. Got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They keep attacking through the air. And that one's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Field goal is good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Discards him with the stiff arm. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Massey. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from and try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And good work by the coverage team.